Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently in this war helping the Ottomans against their rebellious vassal, but we don't actually care if the rebellious vassal breaks away or not. Now, honestly, Ottomans should just white peace this right now if they can, because they're about to lose occupation of this capital and things are going to get a lot worse for them when that happens. Now, I don't know if they're going to. What we do need to assume is that these guys are going to keep coming. And we need to deal with them. So we're on our way down with two armies. We need to kick them out of our territory. They need to not be here under any circumstances. So we're on our way down. We have not gotten a lot of morale back. That is definitely a concern at this moment. So we can park here and await reinforcements. We also have some separatists up over here. Okay, for the moment, I'm not too concerned about that. We lost the siege out over here. That was expected. Like I said, things are going to get a lot worse for the Ottomans. They should have just white peaced right then. But they didn't. So here we are. So one thing we could think about doing is attacking right here. We don't have a huge amount of morale. This will happen on 31 January. We should wait until 2 February. There we go. And then we'll go on in and we'll bring these guys in as reinforcement. We actually don't catch them here. Okay. So we're just going to head on down this direction. This seems fine. We're kicking them out. Get out of here. Yeah, rebels successful up there. That's to be expected. So, in that case, I think we'll move this army up. They're leaving. They've realized that they are not welcome here. So we're just going to leave these guys here. If they come up over here, they'll have to deal with these forts, right? And they'll have to go through all this Ottoman territory to get there. So we'll just leave this army down here for the moment. I'm going to think about putting them back to drilling. But I think we'll not. No guy's going to get attacked here. I don't know why no guy's all the way down there. Actually, they're going to get out. Good job, no guy. Cool. So that's absolutely wonderful. The question is, do we want to drill this army? This is basically a frontline force. I think that we don't drill that one, but we do drill this one, is I think the overall concept here. So we'd like to exit this war basically as soon as possible, right? The real question here is, how is this going to play out? I don't know. Ottomans may or may not get weaker. We'll see. For the time being, I'm going to drill this army, as previously stated. That'll be absolutely fine for the moment. And I was just looking at our ahead of time on our Miltech. It's only 5 years now. So we should probably be saving up for Miltech 17. We are currently 6 years away from that. So we should almost certainly be doing that. I really do want to get printing press and global trade embraced, particularly printing press. This would be amazing, but we're still so far away from it. We do have some printing press starting to come in over here, so that's something anyway. It'll be good to have some of this embraced, no doubt about that. We're pretty far behind in our institutions. That is for sure. I would like to theoretically fight Russia. However, we did notice that they allied Venice, and we know that we would struggle a little bit against Venice. 116k, so they have a good number of troops, although their manpower reserves are currently low. They are currently fighting Mainz. That's not a very big war, so that's probably not going to be a huge deal. A bountiful harvest, 221 ducats, will absolutely take that. And what can we build for, say, mosques here? Nothing that we want to anyway. Workshops, nothing. Okay, so it's manufactories or bust at this point. We don't have the money for a manufactory. That'll take a little bit. Cool. So that's absolutely fine. Who is Fars allied with? Just Delhi? Indeed. So I'm definitely very, very, very interested in fighting that. Is now the time? Is the question that needs to be asked. Well, I think that we should... It'll be like 45,000 manpower that we need, like 47,000-ish, in order for our crisis to go away. Yeah, we should probably let that happen, in all honesty. So hello, pause menu. I think that we just stick with this as it is right now. We don't help out the Ottomans any more than we have. And eventually this war will end. We do have some rebels brewing up, Sindhi separatists. These are going to be down here. So I'm going to start this unit moving down. There we go. We'll just move them down over here. They need to be on this side anyway to fight Delhi, so that'll be the idea. So we'll just let this kick forward a little bit. Who is sieging our province? Oh, these were flipped to us. Okay. Sure, we don't really want them. That's fine. Hey! War is over, so that's good. They ceded 3 provinces to the Ottomans. So the Ottomans actually gained a little bit of power out of that directly, and they keep these guys as vassals. That's okay. We don't really mind too much. The Ottomans are in significant problems right now, right? They have tons and tons of separatists. And overall, we know actually how much debt they're in because I looked at this earlier. If we were to declare here and look at the Ottomans, we can see they're in 6,000 ducats worth of debt. That's a lot of debt. I mean, they've been having a rough go of it. There's no doubt about that. So that's definitely a thing that is happening. We can grab our dip tech. We'll be ahead of time in diplomacy for 4 years. We should continue to work on getting dip tech, but admin tech is, of course, going to be the next thing that we'll get there. We can seize back some land. Do we want to right now? Yes, actually. Do it. Cool. So that puts us in a reasonably decent spot there. Now, we're moving down towards mysticism right now. We're at minus 29. So if we were to do any of this, this gets us legalism, correct? Actually, no, this moves us in the direction that we're currently going. This is going towards mysticism now. This was previously towards legalism. So we'll absolutely take the mysticism there. No doubt about that. We don't want to convert to Sikhism. I don't think that would be a very good idea right now. Okay, cool. So that'll be fine. And there's a heretic conversion. Fantastic. We are currently lacking a military advisor. Morale of armies, and he's cheap. Let's do it. That'll be great. So we're very, very pleased about that one. No doubt about it. We are currently at peace, which means that our institution spread is 20%. Which is definitely beneficial. Nogai tribes up over here. Nogai can handle that, but where is their army? Did they lose their army in that war? Perhaps. No, they're out there somewhere. So Nogai can handle that. I'm not sure where they are. They're down over here. Okay, so they're a ways away. We're going to head towards mysticism, of course. We want to continue to improve specifically our missionary strength. Although being able to call on religious followers would be very convenient for us as well. We'll need to be at 75, so I don't know if we're going to get that anytime soon. These guys should be drilling now. Should these be drilling? Probably not, since the Sindhi separatists are going to spawn very, very soon now. Basically, instantly. I'm not going to provoke this revolt, but we'll just let it spawn organically. I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't already spawned, to be honest. But here we are. So we could grab an economic idea. We're not going to do this. 15% national tax modifier would be amazing, but we're on admin tech 14. And we absolutely, there they are. We absolutely do need to get up to admin tech 15. So we're going to attack down over here, of course. And those rebels are gone. Phenomenal. Next up is Persian separatists, which are out over this way. 24k of them as well. So I'm going to move these guys up to row. And these are currently at 80%, so we're going to keep an eye on that. It's still at 80%. We've also got independence for Kashmir, which is out over here. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that one, to be honest. Bengal was building a spy network. Hilarious. And we are, of course, going to be looking here to just get the Peasants' War taken care of. We need to get our manpower up to 50%. 92,000 right now. I want to check in 120 out of 117. Okay, so we definitely need to move up our land force limit as well. Bengal is planning to attack Kham. Okay, good to know. We do we have access now? Yeah, we do have access to regimental camps. We may want to start building some of these. Maybe. But I really do think manufactories are the way to go right now. This one would be the ideal one. There we go. Hajj caravans have been raided. And we'll lose prestige and legitimacy here, but I don't like it. Sure. Are these at 90% yet? Actually, no, they are not at 90% yet. We lost our theologian. Okay, we'll need a new one of those. Yearly inflation reduction, but that guy's super expensive. Production efficiency, this might be good here. National unrest is... I'm not actually that concerned about our national unrest. It will be handled. So if we look at, like, Tehran, right? We can look at this. Heretic culture, non-accepted culture, intolerance. So, I mean, we need to get rid of the Shia here, and maybe we adopt an accepted culture here. We can promote 2 more in total. Promoting Persian culture is probably not bad. We don't have the diplomatic power for it right now, though. So that's definitely a thing. And then it's military power to gain legitimacy, but I don't want to do that. So that's reasonably fine for the moment. Indeed. There was something I wanted to do, and I've forgotten what it was. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. Oh, I wanted to hire an advisor. That's what it was. Well, this advisor, specifically. So we can see out of production, we're currently getting 21.57. So this guy's actually profitable to employ. Plus, we get the admin power out of it. Phenomenal. That's absolutely great. So we'll have enough admin power to get our next admin tech very soon. Forced March will be good. Although, it'll cost us military power at this point, so that's less good. And having access to the soldiers' households, it's okay. Cardell wants military access. I'm going to decline that for the moment. Seems reasonably fine to do so. Okay, is there any gold decisions that we can make here? No. 50% chance of gain 10 unrest. Current minus 89, so they just rebelled. Take your chances. Let's see what you get. Are we at 90% here yet for the Persian separatists? Yes, we are, so we should stop drilling this army. There we go. How much are we making right now? And there's a revolt here. We're going to ignore them. We'll crush any rebellion there. Persian separatists instantly spawned where we were. This is going to be interesting. We have low morale. I think we actually might lose that. That's very close. Oh, wow. It was incredibly close. We did lose it. And it was incredibly, incredibly close. We're retreating to Samarkand. Okay. We're just going to bring this army up. It was... I should have checked to see where they were going to spawn. I didn't. And yeah, we're going to lose our great power status. That's definitely understood. Let's grab admin tech 15 here. Military administration. Phenomenal. And of course, we're going to need our next admin tech. We're still pretty behind in admin tech. I want to bring these guys down to Moghastan. We really don't need them in Samarkand right now. So we're going to bring them down. We're going to be reinforcing our units for a while here. Okay, so we win this battle. I'm going to get them back to drilling. Perfect. So Kashmiri separatists are, of course, next. They're going to spawn somewhere in Kashmir or Gilgit. Kashmir. Okay. So we're going to move out over here and prepare for that. We'll see if they spawn next month. Yep. Perfect. That's exactly what we were going for. I was going to provoke them if they didn't spawn there. So that is magnificent. We're going to take them out of here. And we're going to get drilling down here, move back up over here. Perfect. We need to get this manpower done. Hey, the pilgrims are safe. So we gain back that prestige. Excellent. We could grab an offensive idea, but I really do think we go for the Miltech here. We're only 2 years ahead of time right now. And we definitely want to get our next Miltech. Now, I want to take a quick look on how these institutions are doing. 62%, 28%, 60%, 66. It's actually starting to spread pretty quickly in some of these areas. That's a really good sign. We're finally starting to get some proper progress on printing press. Proper progress on printing press. That's quite the alliteration. I did not intend that, but I like it. Proper progress on printing press. That's wonderful. Absolutely great. So we're about to... Okay, good job on the Bohemian Crystal, Austria. We're about to get rid of the Peasants' War. We need our manpower to be at least 50%. And we're very, very close to that right now. As soon as that's done, I'm going to think about attacking Fars. Now, we know that we likely cannot full vassalize Fars in a single war here. So that's a concern. No doubt about that. We should be about to get our 50%. Ooh, a base tax or a base production. We're going to take the base production. There we go. Magnificent. Lose a stability, gain some corruption, lose some ducats, or lose a little prestige. We'll lose the prestige. We're going to win it back very soon here. So that should be absolutely fine. We're still losing our great power status, of course. We need to adopt institutions, is what we really need here. We would actually be, if we had all of the institutions and no one else did, we would actually be above Venice right now. So that's remarkable. I like it. Absolutely great. I'm going to undrill these guys, and we're going to move down over here. I'll have to do. I'm going to undrill these guys and undrill these guys. Wonderful. We're preparing for our war with Fars. That is the current mission here. Okay, so we're at 46,280. That's not quite enough to get rid of the Peasants' War, looks like. 94. Yeah, that number keeps going up a little bit. So we're going to have to get, I think, one more month tick here. That's okay. It lets our morale regenerate. So that'll be fine. We're not having too much in terms of, like, unrest, right? Jask is going to be the biggest thing there. Now, we're at 47,330. That's still... Okay, it is enough now. I think we need a month tick with us at this manpower level. Yes, it's gone. Phenomenal. So with that, we can now declare on Fars. They're allied with Delhi. And hang on. Did we ever get Bashkiria vassalized? We did not. They have two reasons not to. Economic base. Okay. We could ask them to transfer their trade power to us, and they would do it. So, I mean, there's that. For now, I do want to attack Fars. We may not be able to vassalize them. Do we want a co-belligerent Delhi? No, we do not. But we can just bring in something along the lines of this. This is really, really deeply not scary. Let's do it. We've got our CB good to go. This is this province. Okay. And in we go. We're sending 2 armies into Fars and 1 into Delhi. The Delhi army is unfortunately down here. We can see where we want to... I would like to stack wipe the Delhi army, ideally. Or we could just hit their capital. That works too. Yeah, let's just hit their capital. They're going to, like, do some sieging down here. But that should go pretty quick. Base production in Tashkent. I like it. We can also grab that mill tech for supply limit and cavalry shock. We're absolutely going to do that. Are we better off to wait, though? Technically, the answer is yes. We wait until January 1st. 6 months. That will save us 10% on the military power if we do that. So that is indeed exactly what we're going to do. We don't necessarily need the Miltech for this particular war. So we'll wait until January. Okay, I'm going to head down here and see if we can eliminate this army. That would be ideal. They're currently running away. And we're going to head towards Mysticism and gain 7,000 manpower. I like it. So they're absolutely running away over here. We are just swarming Fars at the moment. This is going to go absolutely fine, of course. Now, as far as Fars goes, I just want to double check this. I'm expecting that we cannot make them our vassal. That is correct. So it would be 114. Yeah. As far as Delhi goes, we can't make them our vassal either, 219%. Yeah, I'm not shocked about that. We're just going to take a little bit of territory from them. And that'll be fine. All of Fars is currently being occupied. So no problem there. And we're going to cap this back and head on up to Delhi. As far as how much we can actually take from Delhi, it's literally just these 2 provinces. Okay, noted. Cool. There we go. And I just saw that something has... an institution has appeared in one of our provinces. I'm guessing it's printing press showing up in Com. Okay, wonderful. That is very, very good. We also see Fars' army up over here. So I'm going to move right up over there. Phenomenal. And we're just going to get Delhi under control now. So Delhi is the current goal. Russia was building a spy network. I want to check in on Russia. They're still Miltech 14. Okay. They only have 38k troops. If they weren't allied with Venice, I would definitely attack them. 100%. They are, of course, allied with Venice, so they're not really a fantastic target at this exact moment until we feel like we can handle Venice, which we're actually pretty close to, all things considered. You're going over here? Okay. That's unfortunate. This fort is blocking us, so we're going to have to sit here for the moment. We, of course, win up over here and stack wipe Fars. No problem there. And let's just move right on back to Com. Now, would Delhi give us this territory? They have 174 reasons not to. This fort here is very awkward for us, right? I would really like to catch them here. Wait a second. We can catch them here. Phenomenal. So we catch their army and just absolutely crushed it. That is a stack wipe. That is great. It is, of course, the next year, so we can now grab that mill tech for 10% cheaper. So we're going to do exactly that. Phenomenal. These guys can get to drilling. These guys can get to drilling. They are done for this particular war. Now, would Delhi be willing to give us this? They have 176 reasons not to do it. Mostly just demands exceed war score. Okay, fair enough. So our vassals are going to cap this area. I kind of want to tell Nogai, hey, take this over. Come on over. Yeah, there you go. Russia just declared on Uzbek. Okay, I'm not holding my breath for Uzbek on that one. And Oirat separatists have crossed the border up over here. Okay, I'm going to send this army to go deal with that. It's going to take them a while to get there, but that's fine. So we're going to get the siege over here in Delhi finished up. Now, would these guys be willing to accept this? We only have 46% war score, surprisingly. So the answer to that is no. They would not yet be willing to accept it. Okay, so this siege is occurring here, but actually Baluchistan is on the job. Baluchistan, surprisingly, can defeat Delhi here, so that's okay. That is absolutely fine. Unconditional surrender from Fars. Sorry, Fars. Your ally is not playing ball just yet. So we're going to need to wait for Delhi to finish up here. This siege in Lahore needs to finish. That is at 21%. 42 now. Cool. How are we doing up over here? We've arrived back, and we are taking back this territory. Okay, looks good. So Uzbek is having big issues, right? And they're probably going to get pretty taken over by Russia here. The real question is, do we think... Actually, can we take on Sind? It's a maybe. It's definitely a maybe. We need this siege to end right now. That's all we're waiting on for this war. And there it goes. So that's absolutely great. So now we need to piece out Delhi here. We're going to take whatever gold we can, 75.1, and we're going to take these two provinces. So that on its own is 91 in terms of war score. This is still, for these three, 128, though. So that's a thing. Who's going to be angry about this? Just Delhi. I like it. So we send that demand, and we're going to go park up over here. We'll get these cores building. There we go. And of course, now we need to do Fars, and we have to take territory from them. We have to cut them down so that they can be vassalized in the next war. That's the idea. So we would do something along the lines of taking, maybe not even this much, taking like this much. Yeah, that puts them down to the level where they can be vassalized in the next war. We don't want to take all that much, to be honest. So that's just Delhi and Sindh. Oh, we need to wait a day. Yep, that's fine. So we'll do that. We are now at peace. Absolutely great. So we've got this taken back over. We're heading all the way back down to Kham. To be honest, I think we'll sit in Samarkand. We're probably going to be thinking about a potential Russia fight pretty soon. We're no longer truced with them. Out of curiosity, would Venice join? They would. They don't have any real reason not to. Ottomans are having real problems. Real problems. They have managed to get their stability up to -1. So there's that. We might actually want to send a force in to help out the Ottomans. And I'm going to do that. We're going to send in an army and go help them. They absolutely need it, and I don't want to get pulled into further wars over there. The Ottomans want us to give them money in exchange for favors, and we actually accept that. Age of Absolutism. Okay, sure. Okay, so at this point, I want to check in on our printing press. Printing press is not present in these territories that we just took. Gotcha. It is present in Sari and in Qom. It's working on spreading. It's in 5.2% of development right now. So we need to be banking up as much money as we can. 302.43. That is because that includes the war gains. That's not going to be the case later on. Global trade is slowly making its way in. Actually, it's going pretty quickly in our capital. So global trade should be reasonably fine. A lot easier to get than printing press, I think. But we're just going to make our way around and go help out the Ottomans here. They clearly need some help, and... Okay, yep. I figured something like this would be coming. So the Third Independence War has started up here. We're going to come on down over here. I'm going to move these guys over. We'll leave these guys where they're at and get them drilling. That'll be fine for now. We do need to make these cores, and we'll get those done as soon as we can. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to help out the Ottomans. They clearly need a significant amount of help at this point. So we're going to go in and help them. They definitely need it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.